What is up, my fellow operatives? My name is Taft Taylor, or you better know me as the Nemesis James Taylor. Today is a new episode of the Nemesis Sessions, Chapter 18, and I'd like to present my guest today. He is the man from Macon himself, Xavier effing Thorn. Xavier, welcome to the
First,
Nemesis Sessions. How are you this afternoon, or this evening, actually?
oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. It's an honor to actually talk to you. Um, I came up on your career. It is actually an honor to talk to you, but I am good. It's just cold.
It is cold, isn't it?
I mean,
It's
it's
definitely getting
it's not
chilly.
my weather, so it's like I'm like, all right.
I'm from the South as well. I'm not too far from you. I'm next door over in Alabama. And,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I just did a show in Alabama not too long ago. I just did a show in Alabama,
really,
so
that's
yeah.
awesome.
I went to MBW. That's Montgomery Backyard Wrestling. Make sure y'all check them out. They pretty good people.
Oh,
Um, I mean, they okay, they all right. You know what I'm saying? It's just I prefer to work with. I work with everybody. It's just like they need more experience. You know, so I know we just do shit, but it's like
sometimes it's, you'd like to work with somebody who knows what they're doing.
you like to professionalize your shit. Like,
Yeah. And that I completely understand. Um, so let's go ahead and start this off a little bit. I've watched you a little bit with the links that you've sent me and done a little bit of homework and seen the Macon Wrestling Federation. So what is the Macon Wrestling Federation? How did it come about? And who is Xavier effing Thorn?
well, you're new to this, so let me start off by saying, welcome to XTE. That is Xavier Thorn, XTE and HD. Your only and number one stop for your backyard chefs indie wrestling fix. I am your founder, your chairman, your champion, the greatest alive. And yeah, Making Wrestling Federation is something I started because about 2 to 3 years ago, I was a part of this organization called GWC. That's Georgia Wrestling Circuit here in Georgia. Um, my tenure there was like it was short lived because for the simple fact I couldn't really. It was a lot going on. Back then when I was going as Trey Thorn, they kind of saw me as like a human punching bag, and I had to really break out of that. And it was just like GWC was full of toxicity. It was like extremely toxic, but I had a good run there. I had a good run. To I was the only rookie to um win a championship in my
Yeah.
debut match. Like
Oh,
I had a debut match. It was a battle royal to crown the very first GWC 24/7 champion. They called it the anytime any place champion, but whatever.
uh-huh.
I was the first inaugural champion.
Okay.
I actually got jumped by the general manager because he thought I was a schmuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like I've had my rodeo. This ain't my first beer. So I got jumped by the GM, and everybody asked me like, "Why did you get jumped by the GM?" It was something that we came up with as a moment together
Yeah.
behind the scenes. So he was like, "Just in case I stop doing this shit, or I stop, or I retire, or I stop, do you want to create a moment with me?" I said, "Fuck it, let's go." So he attacks me. It's this what was it called? It was called Rise to Royalty 6.
Right.
He at the end he kneels down because he becomes the king of Georgia. So I took that as okay, that's where I know I can piss him off. So that's what he told me. He said, just come up with something you know that'll piss me off. And I did that. And it was just like, all right, bet, let's go. So we came up with it. He won the title off me. And ironically, I didn't think he was gonna throw it back to me. So he was like, I'm the main champ. Why would I hold this? Like, I don't need to be a dual champion. He threw it back to me. So I won that championship twice in one day.
Really?
And,
Wow.
and considering the fact that it was under 24/7 rules, so it was like that was a quick like it was like your first run was quicker than your second. I was like, but I became 2-time champ though. Like I was the first person. I got a championship before Tyson Taylor, which he's from Jacksonville, Florida. Um, I was champion before him, and he ended up getting the mid state. He ended up getting the mid state title, which was like the second biggest title,
Mm-hmm.
next to the main championship, which was never there. So it was just like, all right, whatever. We got a guy walking around. We got a guy walking around calling himself champion with no belt. So it was like,
Oh
and
man.
then right, and then I ended up later on that season. I pulled a Miz moment, and I like there's a scene in WWE 2K. I think it's 19 or 18. I think it's 19. Where you can create your own championship and bring it in,
Mm-hmm.
and you fight against the Miz. I pulled that, and I
Oh
brought in
yeah.
the
That was
yeah.
I think that was 19.
Yeah. So I introduced the GWC North American Championship, and I held it twice. So yeah, I had a pretty good run there. I had a pretty good run. I beat some legends over there. You know, I beat Jermaine Hardwick, this guy Rodney Kasky, who I'm good friends with. I beat this guy. Really, he stopped doing it, but it was just like if you go on GWC's channel, you'll see his name blasted everywhere. Like, dude is literally a legend in the making. Like, I beat T3, and it was just like the fact that I got to beat all three of those legends. It was just like,
Okay.
nah, I got
I
it.
bet that was something for you right there, wasn't it?
I mean, to beat Hall of Famers and beat legends, that's something that I always hold. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to win 2 championships before I left. So it's like, all right, let's get it.
Man, they need to do like some type of a backyard Hall of Fame sometime soon throughout the communities and everything. I think that'd be really neat to do.
I do too.
It would be interesting for sure. I know there's a lot of matches still that I'm wanting to do eventually, but this isn't about me. This is about you. When did you become a wrestling fan? Like when was it that got you hooked? What was it that got you hooked? It made you say, you know what, I want to do this. This looks awesome. I want to do this
Oh,
one.
oh man. So man, you take me back with that one.
Eh.
Well, I was like youngin. I was like in my teens and
Uh-huh.
trying to break out, trying to get into the business. And I want to say I was about 16.
Yeah.
I've been a wrestling fan all my life, but I started wrestling when I was like 16.
Yeah.
Me and my little cousin, we was like putting on those matches. Ironically, got erased. Like
Oh
I cannot
man.
find them.
You
But
gotta
me
do
and
what
my
you can
cousin,
too.
so me and my cousin had like a bunch of. Me and my cousin had like over 200 matches that we recorded, and then one
Oh
of my friend, right, and then the fact that he was younger than me, he
yeah.
was like a little younger than me. I wasn't like, yeah, me. He was younger than me, and he was probably like he was like 10.
Yeah.
So and then it wasn't the fact that I was beating him up or anything. He was just like, hey, he was like, hey, cuz, like let's wrestle. I was like, all right. Cause he was my favorite. I'm his favorite cousin, so he would always come to me like, "Hey, cuz, let's wrestle." So, um, he would sit here and we would have these matches. And the room we was in, it was shaped and built just like a regular. Like it was big. It was enough. The bed was big enough for us to do what we had to do. So I was like, "All right, bet."
Oh yeah. That's
So,
understandable. Hey, Brandon Dicey's came in here and he's saying, "How's everyone?" What's up, Brandon? Welcome to
what's
the
up,
show.
Brandon?
Brandon's part of a promo community that I run actually, and here's something ironic and funny. I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, and Titan's well aware of it. But it's called PWF, but it's called Promo Wrestling Federation. We run it on TikTok and Discord, so that's something if you want to get with me
Actually,
later.
right. That's what I was gonna touch on. I actually started out um
Doing promos,
right. I started out no, not doing promos, but I started out doing E-Fed wrestling. I started out
really?
doing E. Yeah,
Okay,
I started out doing E-Fed, and that's what made me just say, you know what, fuck it, let's just let me do this. Let me do it full time. Like let me do this for real. And that's when I met up with some friends and we recorded some stuff. Um, and then I ironically ended up coming back here, be more friends, and then we started doing a couple things. Me and my cousin, we linked up, did some stuff, and then ironically, GWC reached out to me. The owner, the commissioner, reached out to me and was like, "Hey, your cousin sent me your stuff. He sent me what you can do. Like, we need you to come up. Like, we want you to come here. We need you to come here." But considering the fact that he lived in California, the the ones who got drafted to GWC, the new class, the management and they didn't like the fact that they had a diplomacy, they had the democracy to
okay,
where they didn't, if they felt like they was better than everybody else, they didn't want, like, I know for a fact I got talent. I know for a fact that I was better than most of them.
right.
It was the fact that because everybody kept asking like, "Hey, why does he keep losing? Why does he keep losing?" Because I felt like they was holding me down to the point where they was like, "Oh, you're not ready." It's this I have this friend girl named Shalance Royale. She like the most dominating female wrestler I've ever seen in my life. She went by Rookie Royal.
Really?
Uh, when she was in GWC, yeah, she went by Rookie Royal, and it's like she had to prove that you know women can be just as good as men. So I took that and was like, I just gotta make my own moments and just say fuck everything else, just make my own moments.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Well, somebody's actually wanting to ask you a question from the fans right now. We got Jocelyn Havoc in here. They're asking, who is your favorite wrestler in any company, like ECW or WCW and WWE or Ring of Honor? Who's your favorite wrestler?
I know who that is. What's up, Jocelyn? Um, that's a good question. That's very sweet. I hope she get into the art of backyard wrestling because it's not, it's not that hard. It ain't rocket science. But
Yeah.
my favorites in the game right now, John Moxley for sure, like of all time, because that's what I was when I was in GWC. Like he was the rebel of the company, and that's what I considered myself as. Because I didn't want, they hated me because I didn't want to be a yes man, and to this day I refuse to be a yes man. Like um, my top five are John Moxley, Roman, of course. Who don't like Roman? Everybody likes Roman. Everybody likes Roman. Like, come on, man. The man battles leukemia and comes back and just absolutely dominates. So that's somebody I can consider liking. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Understandable, respectable. I'm not a Roman fan.
um,
I respect him personally, but I'm an old school guy. I respect him. I like what he's done, but I think he's been pushed way too hard, and they've pushed him to where it's like he's
yeah.
unbeatable. This is just my opinion, and I might get a little hate
But
for it, but
they
I'm an
did
old
Brock
school
the same.
guy.
They did the same thing with Brock though. You got to think about that. They did the same thing with Brock Lesnar. They had it to
And
now they got it to where Brock now they got it to where Brock's getting beat left and right. So
in fairness, yes, but Brock was built different back when I was 18 years old was when he debuted in 2002. That's how old I am. That's 20 years ago. He debuted in 2002 right after WrestleMania 18,
right,
and they made him a powerhouse. And he even went on to beat The Rock 4 months in to become the WWE champion, the youngest and fastest ever champion ever. But they didn't have him go 3 years undefeated. It was Survivor Series that same year that he actually lost to the Big Show,
Mm-hmm.
and that helped elevate him more to become a face because he started out as a heel. And they gave him that credibility and built him. Roman's built differently, but it's fine, and I get it. It's all good. They've built him to where he's unbeatable, and unless somebody really big comes, like The Rock. If The Rock came, that would make sense to have The Rock come and beat his ass and take it. Or hell, Stone Cold if he did, but I doubt it. It really depends on the type of power factor that the superstar has. But
Right.
I heard a rumor today that if The Rock couldn't show up, the only way really to make it truly that Roman would lose the belt at WrestleMania would be to make it a fatal four-way with three top guys like Kevin Owens, maybe Seth Rollins, and somebody else. Have them all in the ring with Roman, and they
I'm
all
so
fight against
sick.
each other, and he
I'm
loses that.
I'm so I'm so sick of Kevin Owens. Like, dude, you were the second Universal Champion. Like, you got that. You got that. Your run wasn't crap. So it was like, Kevin, you just doing this prize fighter thing again. Like, dude, where was this months ago? You done got friends with Jericho and did the whole Sammy and Kevin show. And then you was so desperate to the point where you had to call out Stone Cold. Like, and
Yeah,
then you became,
hey, I
and then the
liked
whole thing
that.
with Seth Rollins.
I
I
give
was
the
just
kid. I know. I gave the kid credit for doing it, and
that's
if it wasn't going to be CM Punk, I think if anybody, it should have been Kevin Owens because he uses the stunner and he's a good heel. That was my favorite night. That was my favorite match of the night. Was
and
Saturday
then of
night.
course I'm a CM Punk fan. So I mean, I'm a diehard CM Punk fan.
Oh yeah. So let's
I mean,
let's
I just hate his run. I don't hate it, but I just hate that he got released from
yeah.
AEW. Like, he had a good run, but
um. So we have another question here that they were asking. So when did you start backyard wrestling? Like, yeah, when was it that we know about when you kind of started like with the wrestling and then the E-Fed, but which actually leads to a question I've got. What was your first match like for you? Was it nerve wracking? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Adrenaline?
man,
Us, your first match.
my first match. Damn, you just hitting you are better than Michael Cole. Like, you're hitting the right questions. Like, you are golden. You're better than Michael Cole. Um,
No, no,
my
no.
first my first match was against another upcoming star, Vega the Kid Storm. Tremendous wrestler, tremendous talent. Um, was set to be the next big thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, but that's if I had something to say. Um, it was a last man standing match. It was like epic. The stuff that I was doing, the pain that I was enduring, they actually nicknamed me the toughest son of a bitch in GWC because of the pain that I was taking and the punishment that I was taking. Like, I was taking moves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, throughout the whole GWC, I was taking moves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You didn't
the
have no
only
quit in.
way the only way you would have to get me to tap is if, like, you have to break my arm or you have to break my leg, because it was like,
Right.
if the shit really hurt it, then submit for tap. But if I feel like okay, we're both strong, we're both, you know what I'm saying, we're not weak people. Like, I'm not finna tap. I'm finna get to this damn bottom rope and and get out of this. But my first match with Vega, I was nervous. I was, but once that sun set in and once my nerves kind of, like, once I got into my mode, once I got into what I call it goat mode. That's greatest of all time
Right.
on a different level. Once I got into goat mode, I was like, all right, bet, let's go. That's the day that's the day that I came up with the moniker Goat Mode, because for the simple fact, once I got there, once I came out and my name was called and they said my name, and I was just like, all right, you know what? Let's go. Let's get it. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
And once I got in there, the only thing I regret about my first match is that the my cousin, he was at ringside. He was supposed to be helping the guy do commentary, and then he was like talking crap. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm trying to wrestle. So I'm trying to wrestle here. So
He was talking
um
trash on you, wasn't he?
yeah, he was talking trash, but it was like he's goofy. He's a goofy person. So I had to block him out. I'm just thinking in my head like, dude, what are you doing? So
All right. Okay.
I
Well,
was definitely nervous though. I was definitely nervous
you
because
were
that was
nervous.
like you're
I think
nervous.
I think a lot of people do. I had the butterflies on mine because I knew a camera was watching me, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to mess up on this." You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. And it's like this is backyard. Like CM Punk say, this is backyard wrestling. This ain't ballet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like everything ain't perfect. So it's like, mistakes do happen. So it's like I know if I fuck up, if I make a mistake, I know for a fact that I can redo it and it'll look just as fine.
There you
And
go.
I got this I got this move called I called it the Enter the Thormageddon, and
Okay.
it's basically a ripcord RKO, and it's like I've never seen besides Matt Riddle doing it this recently. I've never seen nobody pull that off, and I was like the first backyarder to pull it off. Like I don't know no other backyarder to pull that off besides me.
Well, then there you go. Well, hey, that right there shows your complex, you creating, your creative basically skill with putting a move together and doing it yourself, and then seeing someone else maybe do it later. Hey,
Hmm.
all the more power to you. Um, I sometimes feel that if I had everything happens for a reason. Of course, I only really do backyard wrestling. I never got into actually Indian pro wrestling, or at least pro wrestling, because fate has its funny ways of doing things, and everything happens for a reason. But I believe
Right.
deep down that if I had made it to WWE at 20 years old before Kevin Owens ever showed up, I think Austin would have blessed me with doing the stunner, because I do a way better stunner than what Kevin Owens does.
Oh my god, I've seen your stunner. Like your stunner is A1. Like I looked at Russell Cooper when he took it, and I was just like, so did he stun you to the point where you turned straight or no? Like, because
What?
I was just like I was like he stunned you to the point where you're gonna change your whole name. Like you're not gonna be the Bicon no more. You're just gonna be Russell. It's
Yeah,
gonna say just Russell,
yeah. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit. So
or
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna be
lead
or it's gonna be
to.
like or it's gonna be like Uncle Russell.
Um, hang on one second. Am I still there? Okay,
No, it's black. There we
there we
go.
go. That. So I'm gonna list a few names in the backyard community, and what I want you to do, Thorn, is give me like 3 words of what you think of them, kind of like describing them. So I'm gonna say a
Hmm.
name, and you
Hmm.
describe to the world, to everybody, your opinion on them. Like, they're smart, athletic, fast, fat, stupid, whatever your opinion is of them. I want
Hmm.
you to do it. So I'm gonna start off. Jack Delta. Do you know who?
Absolute.
Do you know who
Yeah.
Jack Delta is?
Yeah. 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 Absolute. Absolute powerhouse. Just
Absolute
tr-
powerhouse.
tremendous.
Tremendous. Okay. Okay. What about Jake Miller from NGJPW, if you know him?
Um. I've seen some of his stuff. He's okay. He's pretty nice. He's pretty nice. I definitely get in the ring with him.
Would you? Okay, okay. How about Captain Law?
Toothpaste.
I gotta ask why.
Captain Law's a stupid idiot. Like, dude is a mix between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho mixed in one. But like, I would definitely, I just want to get in the ring with him just to shut him up. Like, dude, it's just. But I credit Captain Law for one thing. He has creativity. He
Okay.
has very good creativity as well. So that's the only
You
thing I
think
can credit him for.
you think you could take him?
That's a big tree to chop down. So I mean, hey, everybody's had their giants. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm taking my fair share. My fair share of giants. I'm gonna name another one. You ready?
let's go.
Ledger from TBW, the world champion.
The the shade,
The
man.
shade.
The shade. Um, I want to face Ledger just to rip the world championship from him. Like, and I know he might see this, and I know he might watch this, and I hope he does, because for the simple fact that you fought your demons for so long, and I actually respected Ledger for like a supreme period of time. I respected him, but I lost respect when to the clutches of Joshua Allen, the Painmaker, and it was just like, dude, okay, now I respected you, but now all I want to do is destroy you. Because at this
Really?
point, yes, because at this point, the shade must die. And
All
that's
right.
coming from me.
I gotta ask you on another one. So that's your opinion, Ledger. So describe this guy when you hear his name. You ready?
Let's go.
Atomic Titan.
Next victim.
Next victim. Now, why
Next
is that?
victim. Next victim to enter the Thormageddon. Why? Because for the simple fact he ran around for 7 months screaming, I'm the best. Like, dude, not today. The
So I
best. You say you're the best in Tennessee. I find that hard to believe. I feel like that is a an abomination that you would take that title and bestow it upon yourself. So I feel like I need to come home and show everybody who the real prince of backyard wrestling is in Tennessee. Who's the real prince of Tennessee when it comes to backyard wrestling? And that's the greatest alive, Xavier fucking Thorn. And
okay.
Titan, you. And this brings me back to Captain Law. Captain Law stated that I should be used to being at the back of the line or the back of the line. No, Captain Law, you are at the bottom of my shoe. You're not even a main
Oh,
caliber. I would face Anthony Steele before I face you.
oh, okay, okay. Well, that leads to that question: is why did you call him out? Is it because of all that? Why do you want to face Atomic Titan?
Atomic Titan is Atomic Titan is somebody that needs to be put in their place. He's somebody that needs to be checked. He's someone that needs to be put in his place because for the simple fact, like I said, he walks around saying I'm the best, he's the best, and he's the best backyard wrestler in Tennessee. Nah. See, the best in Tennessee is me. Because for the
Oh,
simple no. I'm not even the best. I'm the greatest. I consider myself the greatest of all time. And everybody asks me, why am I so cocky? Why am I so confident? Because of what I went through growing up, people telling me I couldn't do it, I wouldn't make it. That birthed Xavier Thorn. That's what Xavier Thorn is. Xavier Thorn is a man possessed.
mm,
And if he feels like someone is running around with a champion, not a championship, but a title that they don't deserve, then something must happen. Something must go wrong. Something must happen to where I can take that away.
right. Well, um, We got a fan that come in here, Irish Outlaw, a guy that I know. He says, "What's good? Who is this guy?" Well, Mr. Outlaw, this is Xavier Thorn.
I'm the greatest alive, the greatest to ever do it, Mr. Outlaw, if you must know. Um, but yeah, it's like,
Well, let me. So, do you think if it came down to a match between you and Titan, how? I mean, what would you do to him?
let me ask you something. Did you see the match between Brock and Roman at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
That times 20.
that times 20.
Times 20.
And
And
what?
he actually caught me out to face him in TBW. I mean, if Joshua Allen and the board of directors or whoever, Matthew Joe or whoever is in charge of TBW, if they can schedule it and they can sanction it, I will most definitely pull up to Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, make my name bigger than what it already is, take my rightful place and my rightful title. Because you see, I'm the head of the asylum. I'm not the head of the asylum for a reason. I'm not the head of the asylum because I talk shit. I'm not the head of the asylum because I get it done in that ring. But I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest alive because for the simple that in my asylum, Titan has no place.
Real.
Captain Law has no place. The Shade has no place. And for that reason, I'm not gonna stop till I go down the list. I'm not gonna stop till I go down the entire list
Well,
of people.
if I could ask you right now, if
Hmm.
Titan if Titan was here right now, what would you what would you tell him in like a few short words that what would you tell him right now if he was here in front of you?
I mean, there's only one thing to say. Titan, I'm gonna make you do exactly what everyone else has done, and that's recognize me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Atomic Titan has joined the Nemesis to speak with Xavier Thorn. Y'all got
Xavier Thorn, what were you saying about me that I'm your next victim and
Yes, you are my next victim. I'm gonna make you recognize me.
recognize you? Wow, you're funny.
well.
Yeah,
Let's let Atomic Titan have the floor. Titan, I'm
yeah, you
sure
have the
would
floor,
like.
Mr. Titan.
You know, Xavier, you've been talking a lot of crap lately about how you're going to take out the industry. I don't believe a damn word you're saying. And that little belt over there, I'll take that from you. I already got one right here. I have another one as well, the PWF Battleground Championship. I wouldn't mind taking that belt.
I mean, you're scared to actually face me for the PWF Battleground Championship. I mean, I was technically first in line anyway, so I mean, you fight me for the undisputed MWF Global Championship that I've held for about 287 days now, or 88. Um, that's funny. You should be in Def Comedy Jam. But I wouldn't mind taking that Heritage Championship off you. I mean, the Heritage Championship, the Battleground Championship. Hell, I wouldn't mind taking any championship that you come across. So, I mean, it's nothing.
Whoa.
All you do is run that mouth. That's all you do.
You
You're
call yourself the
not going
best in back,
to.
the best in Tennessee.
I am.
Nah, that title is currently held by yours truly. And I feel like it's an abomination because you go around and you constantly say that and it's done nothing but make me more angrier than when the Shade got into the clutches of Joshua Allen. So you know what? That you actually saying that, it makes me angry. It makes me upset because that's not who you are. You're just Atomic Titan. You're just Atomic Titan. That's all you are. That's all who you are. You're not the
Well,
greatest in Tennessee. You're not the best.
well, Mr. Thorne, because Titan is a little bit of a guest right now, let's let him for a second. Titan, what would you do if you were to step into the ring tomorrow with this man, what would you do to him?
I'll beat the holy shit out of him. Georgia, where he belongs and where he wrestles at, MWF, wherever the hell that is. Someplace probably nobody's heard of. You know, if you come up here to Tennessee, you'll find me in one of these feds. You know what I mean? Over in UWA, TBW, you can find me at PWF. I don't give a damn where it is. I'll whoop your ass.
You are funny. He is funny. He's funny, James. He's funny. You facing me is like the Nemesis facing Anthony Steele. It's gonna be a fucking massacre because I'm not gonna stop until you are decapacitated, until you incapacitated. I'm not gonna stop until you were just like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns choked them the hell out. I'm not gonna let go. I'm not gonna stop because for the simple fact, Titan, I don't even need this championship. I don't even need this title to show you that I'm the real deal.
Okay.
I'm the realest in the room because for the simple fact, Titan, you're just a little man dancing with a great white.
Uh-oh.
And when I eat you up and spit you back out into the world of backyard wrestling, I'm gonna enjoy making you my bitch.
Oh, okay.
So when the wrestling gods, when you get to heaven and the wrestling gods ask you, Atomic Titan, how did you get here? You just tell them, I became Xavier Thorn's bitch. Simple.
Damn.
You're real funny, aren't you?
I'm hilarious, I know.
I don't think I do a damn thing.
Irish Outlaw's coming in here saying, show me why you're the best, Xavier Thorn versus Irish Outlaw. And then he said, Titan, he is not. Should have called him Atomic Troll. And then he
That's a good one.
Then he said
Two things.
Xavier Thorn is McDonald's Wi-Fi. Uh-oh.
Wow.
He's starting to trash to both of y'all.
He's not wrong.
That's a good one. That's original. That's original. Yeah, you're more original than Captain Law's career.
Lord.
So James, let me ask you a question. Let me shoot you a question.
Okay.
I know this is probably a first on the Nemesis session, so allow me to create that first. If you met a pissant like Atomic Titty Liquor, what would you do in the first act? Like, would you put him through a table? Would you send him through the roof of a car, or would you put him in a casket somewhere where he actually belongs?
Well, I've already stepped into the ring with Titan, but that's another story. So, but Titan, I'll give the kid credit. He backs up all his words. It wasn't good enough for me, but I'm a different, entity. But this isn't about me. This is about you two. And Titan has done what he's got to do to be the best in Tennessee. Key word in Tennessee. Not all of backyard wrestling. Not yet, maybe. But he's young. You're young. Y'all still got your whole careers ahead of you. I've been doing it for 20 years on and off. So I've made myself known. I still got a little bit left of the tank, but that's another story. You two, though, there it is. I mean, this could be a recipe for disaster, or this could be magic in the air. Atomic Titan versus Xavier F. Thorn. You never know, because, I mean, think about it. Think about it, Titan. You know better than anybody. James Taylor and Anthony Steele are from two different worlds, and we made a hell of a storm together. You two are from two different worlds. You never know. You could make a hell of a storm together.
Yeah, I can't wait to step in the ring with him. Maybe we could do a tag team match, me and James versus Xavier Thorn and a partner of his choosing in the future.
Do what?
A tag team match. Me and you versus him and a partner of his choosing.
That'd be interesting. Are you saying you need James Taylor's help, Titan?
No, I don't need. I don't. What?
No. Why don't you do what you do best and call on the industry? That's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah, see, the industry is going to take out Xavier Thorn. We're probably going to lift him up for a power bomb, and we're just going to leave him laying there for days at a time. Industry is done with him.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny considering the fact that my boy JC Lee already defamed one of your guys. So I mean, how many lessons you want to learn? How many embarrassments you want to take?
Irish Outlaw in here saying, "You all fight over the best of Tennessee. I'll settle for best of the damn world." Outlaw, don't go there because you already know I am. So, anyways, go back to what you were saying. This has been very, very interesting. Titan, I know that you're on a short time. You're a very busy man, especially today in the backyard world. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? I do appreciate you coming here, but I mean, you gave me the request that this man was saying something, and you felt that it was only right to come here and defend yourself a little bit by standing up to him and caught him off guard, as you see.
Yeah, because I don't listen to Xavier Thorn. All he does is run his stupid mouth. That's all he does. He does it all the time on Instagram. Every time I make a post, he's always in the comments talking about how his group's gonna take out my group and all this. And you know, I don't believe it. I'll see it when it happens.
Really? Well,
Xavier Thorn, it's over for you when you step through the ropes with me. You won't be walking out. You'll be walking to the hospital.
So, Mr. Thorne, that leads to, I guess, you know, when I was saying I'm going to give you some names and you give me 3 words of what you think of them. 2 more names on that list would be Anthony Steele.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so, dude's no worse than Titan. Like, all he does is talk crap, and Steel is just like Titan. Steel is just like Titan. Titan beating me is like going to a magical place where it never rains because it's not gonna happen.
Wow.
And you see Titan. See what's gonna happen is that you're not stepping in the ring with Xavier Thorn. You're stepping in the ring with the greatest alive, and that means that not only do I get to rip your head off, but I take my rightful place as the best. No, not even the best, the greatest in Tennessee. And the real prince of backyard wrestling.
Irish Outlaw said Atomic Titan reminds me of one of Peter Pan's lost boys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Titan, would you like to rebuttal to these 2 guys?
Yeah, maybe once they can show up and face me, I'll prove them wrong. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of them.
That's good.
I'm still waiting on Xavier Thorn to actually make his way to one of the federations up here so I can kick his ass.
See, that's the problem. You think too much. That's the other problem. That's not even a problem. That's a mistake. You underestimating me. That's the biggest mistake you can make. So you better have you in the industry better have eyes in the back of your head. Because when you see it or not, you won't see it coming. Because when I get there, I'm destroying everything in my path. I'm delivering warning shots, and I'm leaving.
Dude,
With
I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna make you get on your hands and knees and beg. Because you know what? Maybe if you can't beat us, you should join us. And that's the fact.
so what you trying to have a match to determine? You trying to have a match between me and you with a effed up stipulation like me joining the industry? That sounds a little tempting. Hey James, would you want to see that? Would you want to see a match between me and Titan? If I lose, I personally join the industry. Well,
Yeah. You know
Maybe
what?
it'll actually get you some success.
well,
Ooh. You know what?
well.
Yeah, I'd like to see that as a stipulation. Put something on the line. If you lose to Atomic Titan, you would have to join the industry. But why not make it interesting? If Titan loses, come up with a stipulation. I know
If Titan
I would
loses,
come up with, but I'd let you come up with it.
if Titan loses, he brings back the PWL Battleground Championship and
Just
puts
another
it on
title.
puts it on the line against me.
So in a second match, why not make it to where y'all do what you want, but why not make it to where he brings back the title and puts it on the line? But here's what happens. If Titan wins, then he officially retires that championship and you have to join the industry. But if you win that championship. That'd be
I'm
some
with that.
and you know what? Be interesting because this is getting so much animosity built up. How about when that time comes, why not have a special guest referee? Why not have the Nemesis James Taylor as the special guest referee between these two guys? I'd call it right down the middle.
If y'all want to see the GOAT of backyard wrestling, the Nemesis James Taylor, referee, me beating the absolute holy shit out of Atomic Titty Liquor, give me a fuck yeah, because it's going to happen.
Irish Outlaw said I would watch 100 James Taylor matches before I watch that.
Outlaw, I ain't seeing you put in no work, so shut up, you stupid idiot.
What do you think about that?
He's not gonna do a damn thing.
Are you saying
No, I trust you to be like the free, but we're saying
think of Stone Cold reffing Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar? He was the stick that stirred the pot, and he didn't give a damn about any of them. And if they crossed paths with him, he whooped their ass, and that's what he did. Same thing might happen. Not saying it will. Just don't get in my face. Unless you're scared of James Taylor. I mean, the last time you stepped in the ring with me, I mean, you know what happened. But it's understandable. Me and you, we got no beef no more. You prove you are.
I know what happened. He went crying back to his mommy. Mommy.
In fairness, Titan earned my respect because he went toe to toe with me. He lasted 16 minutes. I'll give him that. He earned my respect, and I think by right I earned his. But
I don't think Xavier Thorn would last 5 minutes with James Taylor. He wouldn't last 5 minutes with me. Probably not. You know what? He's a coward.
I think he's trying to light a fire under your ass, Thorn.
He's not going to do a damn thing. That's why he's not going to show up and face me like a real man. He's going to sit behind his stupid iPhone or Android camera right there and talk a bunch of trash and not do a damn thing about it. Because you're a pussy. That's what you are.
There you go.
You can't show up and face me. You're too scared. And like I said, if you show up, I'm going to make you cry like a little bitch you are.
Oh man. Hey.
I'm done with people like you, Xavier Thorn, thinking you're better than me. I want you to actually prove it. And if you don't, you're nothing to me. You'll prove me right. You know what? How about this? If you actually show up to face me, how about you put that title on the line against me? Because I can add that to my collection as well.
Damn.
You being the undisputed champion of MWF, bitch, please. I've held this championship for well over 288 days. You are not ending the historic reign of Xavier fucking Thorn. You're not facing a mediocre like Captain Law or Gunshot or fucking Anthony Steele. You're facing a real threat. You're facing an actual threat. You're not facing JC Lee. You're not facing Sammy fucking Slade. You're not facing Gage Flair. Woo! You're facing an actual fucking threat. You little pissant. Do you not understand what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to take, man, this ring comes off. This ring comes off. And hold on, James. This ring comes off. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. I'm going to knock you out to the point where you go back to the bald haircut. I'm going to knock you out to the point where you go back to being the masked version of yourself. I'm going to knock you out to the point where you never brought back the industry. Because that's what I do. I arrive and destroy. Matter of fact, I don't even arrive. I destroy everything and I leave. I destroy everything in my path, deliver warning shots, and I leave. And that's all it's going to take, Titan. One warning shot. One. To put you down. 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
Congratulations.
Well. Okay then. Titan, any last words?
All I'm gonna say is that I'll believe it when I see it. I don't think he's gonna actually come and face me. I don't believe it. So I'll see. I'll believe it.
Man.
Well,
Right
believe
now,
this. Well, believe this, you little pissant. Believe this. This match is definitely happening. James Taylor will be the special guest referee. Me and you will be facing off. And for that stipulation, because for the simple fact, Titan, I'm just better than you.
Man.
You really think so?
I know so.
You know so. Okay.
I think he's saying he's the best, Titan.
Yeah, he's nowhere near my level. This is like me, like at the very top, and then I'm facing like some like real like small indie guy that nobody knows.
A mid Carter.
Yeah, or like lower card that's never on the show.
Hey
Damn.
James, you want to know what I think about Titan's opinion?
What?
It doesn't matter what the fuck he thinks, because his opinion doesn't mean shit. Titan is a scum under the boot of my shoe.
Wow.
So Titan,
words.
you're not bitching your way out of this match. This match is happening, and when I do get there, I'm gonna make you shit yourself, and you gonna wish you never would have talked all of that back talk, all of that bullshit. Because when you see me, your only thought is going to be, damn, it's over.
You know,
when I line you up for the warning shot and I knock your ass out 1, 2, 3, and I'm the second battleground champion, your only thought is going to be, damn, it's over.
See, I'm gonna do what I did differently when Anthony Steele actually showed up and faced me, and you know he kind of got beat me. It's gonna be different this time when you show up
because you're more prepared.
Yeah, I'm more prepared now.
See, Titan, you just don't know. I've studied your matches. I've studied everything. So don't even think about and that's another thing I wanted to put on that little match we got going. That match that we got set to come. The industry is banned from ringside.
Oh.
So without your see, I figured you out. James. I figured him out to the point where I know him. I figured him out. He's gonna need the industry to come, just like when he won the Heritage Championship against Jake Kemp, just like when Chase Sullivan won the World Championship. He's gonna need them. So if I take away his kryptonite, that means I got him all to myself. I got him right where I want him. All I need is 1, 2, 3.
Listen, there was no cheating involved in any of that. I don't know what you're talking about. All he did was just walk out, and Jake goes, "Oh!" and then boom, I rolled him up. 1, 2, 3. It was over. Look, the Heritage Champion. See what happens.
Irish Outlaw coming in here saying Xavier Thorn is so bland on the mic. Kind of think I'm watching Anthony Steele promo.
See, that's the thing. I'm better than Anthony Steele. I'm better than that has been. I don't even know if he's still in the yard anymore. But whatever he is, I think he should get a day job making donuts.
Well, beside the point.
Maybe you should bring in Anthony Steele for him.
Nobody needs Anthony Steele, ever. His career is just like you, irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Ooh. Snap.
Because, James, you know what they call me? The newest nickname I've gotten was No. And somebody actually said this because I made it as a design. And the idea came from Chase. Because he calls himself No Gimmicks Needed. I mean, Chase is a gimmick out of himself. Titan is a gimmick. But Dale...
A gimmick?
Captain Law said something that really stuck to me. Captain Law says that I need relevancy. But I'm no relevance necessary. Because that's what it is. I don't need relevancy.
Maybe you should bring Captain Law in here to straighten him up.
Well, I don't know if Captain Law is available. He hasn't reached out to me, so other than that, I would.
Yeah.
Well, hear this. This could be another stage for y'all. Probably within the next 6 to 8 months, there's going to be another, and you know about it, Titan, PWF Arena, my PWF, Promo Wrestling Federation. Mm-hmm. That will be here in Alabama, and it'll have a 20 by 20 ring and nice steel cable ropes right around it, real bouncy, real set, ready to go, in a nice set area. Y'all could do your match there if you want.
Yeah, we could always do that.
Because it's right here. You can both come here, and it'd be live on YouTube, and we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him because he's scared of Atomic Titan.
He's scared of Atomic Titan. Okay.
He wants to keep.
I want to thank you for coming in here. I don't know what happened with us. He's the guest. That's crazy.
He might be back. You never know.
Yeah, he might be back. You're right. You're absolutely right.
He's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I've been watching you, Mr. Titan, and I've been seeing what you left TPW to hone your craft, and you created PWF.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me if it was okay because it's the same letters that I use for my company, and I said, yeah, as long as it don't say promo. You did the Pride Wrestling Federation. Very creative. You made a pretty successful show. And I've seen it, and I know a lot of people have. And then you've been bouncing between there and UWA. You brought back the industry, and now you just returned to TBW. And I know I saw your little announcement on Instagram that you will be on TBW and you will say why you came back. So I'm pretty sure we need to wait until then. But can you give a little hint?
I could tell you right now why I'm back. You know, the Tennessee State Classic, I faced Fat Asian. He did me wrong. He wouldn't let go of his submission hold, the Boston Crab, and that happened. And I was pretty pissed about it. But then he ended up hitting me with this finishing move and took me out. But the reason I'm back in TBW is to win another World Heavyweight Championship. That's the main reason I'm back. I mean, people's probably going to figure that out. I'm going to say it on the next Rampage. And, if Fat Asian wants to, go again, we can. Because, it's not over between me and him.
You got some personal business with him.
He's
Huh?
got to learn respect, and that's he's going to learn to respect me, actually.
I saw you made it to the semifinals, or the finals, and you faced Jay Wild, a guy that was destined to face James Taylor at one point. Maybe that match will still happen one day. But what was it like being in the ring with him?
Oh, it was actually pretty awesome, But besides the fact that him and Andrew Clay wanted to attack me after the match, and then Flores, the industry, was like looking on at him. But Jay Wild was good. He's going on to season finale to face Ledger for the world title. That's way different. But that's probably who I'll be talking about as well, because I want to face Jay Wild again. That wasn't cool about what Andrew Clay did, and I know I seen him recently in PWF where he attacked the champion. Next week he has a title match. I don't know who set that up.
Really?
Bird. That's
I missed that part. Interesting though.
Jay Wild was a competitor.
What's your plans? Are your plans maybe? You know what I would do as a veteran if I was you? I would demand a rematch with Jay Wild for the number one contendership for the TBW World Heavyweight Championship at season finale, and this time Andrew Clay is barred from ringside to see if Jay Wild has what it takes to defeat the best one-on-one. That's what I would do, but
That's what I probably should do.
Who am I?
That's what I should do. That's a good idea. Maybe I should kind of say that next week on a Rampage.
You want to know how you can get under his skin and get him to accept, right?
How can I do that?
Just say something about old JT right here and what he used to do to him.
Maybe I should do that.
Say, are you too much of a coward to face me, or do I need to call my old buddy James Taylor to come up here and beat your ass again? Ooh.
All right.
I
do. Ben, I'm over in UWA too. We have the keys to the whole arena. The industry does. There's nobody that's going to do a damn thing about that. That's why I'm going to come right here, right now, and say that next month in January, I am challenging the whole UWA to an event called Winner Take All, where if the industry, wins, we run UWA. We take it over. We've already done that. Chase is the UWA World Title champion. I'm the UWA Heritage champion. Tristan Taylor is eventually going to get gold, and then Flores will too. And then we're just going to run it. It's going to be kind of like the NWO taking over like WCW.
Okay. Interesting. What about Jake Kemp and all that? What happened with him? Is he?
He's a loser. He couldn't tell people the truth. That's why back after he left TBW, because he's a little pussy, he got sent to a mental hospital because he wasn't thinking good enough and all that. He was basically crazy. So he was wanting to fight people all the time while we were in the industry, and he was sent off, and he wasn't telling people that secret, and that's it's been a long journey. I finally got my hands on that scumbag.
Yeah.
after he left me high and dry 2 years ago while we were in the industry, he just went, he went and did his own thing or whatever.
Really?
Off. And that's why at Underground Unleashed, I showed up and I shocked the world and I got right in his face and I said, "You would have never expected this." And he never did.
Huh.
So, Jake, if you're watching, I hope you heard my message and I hope you heard it clear. Because come winner take all, it's going to be the end for UWA and you, everybody else. And you can kiss your friend CJ goodbye, too. You keep looking for him. He's nowhere to be found. I've already told you he's gone. He's not going to be back.
Damn. Strong words from Atomic Titan and UWA. If you're watching, that's coming from your Heritage Champion. Is that what it is?
Yeah, UWA Heritage Champion.
And,
nice, clean.
Well, when will we see the next episode of Rampage for TBW?
I have no idea. Actually, it might be probably next week or the week after that.
It's because of the weather and all that. Yeah. Completely understandable.
It's supposed to rain this upcoming weekend, so I have no idea.
That's fine.
Anyways, I got some words to say.
Yeah.
Joshua Allen and Ledger was backstage, like interviewing me, and they wanted to talk crap about me. So, I appreciate them bringing me back, but I should have told Ledger and looked him straight in his eyes that I was going to be facing him at season finale. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there on the next episode. I'm going to tell him why I'm back. I'm going to say, Ledger, I'm coming for the World Heavyweight title, and I'm going to challenge Jay Wild to a matchup for his spot at season finale. I mean, it might not happen that night. It might happen the next week. You never know, but it's going to. And at the end of season finale, Atomic Titan's going to be standing tall as a 6-time TBW World Heavyweight Champion. And that's what's going to happen.
There it is.
Well,
you know what? I look forward to seeing that. James got some unfinished business in TBW. That could be set for another story later on. Maybe if James ever showed back up on someone else's podcast, he could talk about it. But that could be for another date. Nonetheless, this is supposed to be the Nemesis session with Xavier Thorn, and we had Atomic Titan come and join us. Unfortunately, Xavier Thorn had to take a run off to attend to some things. Mr. Titan, I'd like to thank you for showing up and help me close this out. We're going to do a little close out, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words that you'd like to say to anybody?
Oh, I pretty much said it all. Just tune in to all these shows I'm on. I've got a busy schedule with all this. But
he's got a busy schedule, yeah.
And whenever the welterweight happens too, I'm gonna be walking out as the welterweight champion. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
You're just gonna hold all the gold, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to be better than what Captain Law says he is. I want to be like the next Kenny Omega, holding every title. And I might take that title from you, James, right there.
This right here, the reason I put this here as my setup in all my podcasts is kind of a reminder to myself. This was my first world title.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here means everything to me and reminds me every single day why I am who I am. And this is a staple of who James Taylor is and why I still do what I do. This right here, Titan, you got a lot to learn. You might be able to do it one day, but this right here is my first world title, and I'm never going to let it go. You wouldn't take this from me. You'd have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. I'm sorry, but this right here means more to me than life itself. But again, that's for
go defend it some places and all that.
Do what?
I go defend it against a few people.
I should go defend it.
Yeah.
I've been working on a project, and I I can't really announce it yet until it comes to fruition because I'm in the process of building a project for the backyard community. And that's also why I'm going to be developing an arena here in Alabama
Oh
for,
yeah.
for this project that I'm doing. That's part of the project. The other part of the project, I'll just kind of give a hint. It is what you call the backyard world championship, the official backyard world championship in all of backyard wrestling. Meaning, and there'll be more details to come. You're going to be the first to hear this, of course, in front of the world. Anybody who is a backyard wrestler can come from anywhere in the world that loves backyard wrestling as much as we do and compete for this championship. True facts.
I might have to do that.
More details to come.
I did to Alabama to compete on your show.
Oh, looks like Macon Wrestling Federation came in and said, "Hey, Atomic Titan, train, cry and pray to God because I'm ready to take you."
Oh, that's Xavier Thorn. I told you he keeps running his stupid mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Nemesis Sessions, Chapter 18. I do appreciate each and every single one of you for stopping by. Please be sure to stop the like button, to subscribe, share it with your friends. I'll put a link in the description below to the Macon Wrestling Federation. I'll even do it to Atomic Titans, PWF, UWA, and TBW. So be sure to go follow them, give them a shout out, and check out their content. Titan, anything else? Well, there it is.
I don't really have nothing else.
He's got nothing else to say, but you know what? This is James Taylor, and I'll catch your asses down the road, and we'll see you on the next episode. And